We've got Sarabjit Kour also joining us this afternoon. Sarabjit, let's talk about Infy in a little bit more detail, given some of the management commentary that came out today. They have talked about how the demand scenario continues to be volatile in specific segments. Take us through what this could mean, because the market's obviously getting a little nervous about that commentary.
See, if I look at the commentary in a very strict way, I don't foresee anything which is not known to the industry as such or the analyst community. One is that the industry is facing it's becoming a commodity kind of nature of industry, and hence it is becoming more competitive, and hence industry needs to take up steps to automation and moving into segments which are high growth and high margin oriented, like digital and all. So these are the facts known to us. Now, coming to the specific, the only specific which was different or which has been added is that few domains are showing some signs which are not as accelerated as should have been, like retail, insurance, and couple healthcare, and couple of them, which is, I think, on a roughly would constitute around roughly, say, 17 to 18% of its top line, which is disturbing. But on the positive side, in spite of everything, they have said that they will be able to manage the growth numbers guided, and also, in spite of everything, they will be able to beat the industry growth, because they are mining clients which are growing in those domains higher than the industry. So what they have shared is that even though the industries are not growing, they are confident of mining clients which can grow higher than the industry. So what they are saying is that we are focused on productivity. As far as margin for the first Q is considered, that is a trend which we normally see, wherein visa costs and other employee costs increase. So probably they could take a knack. And for the whole year, I guess, as of now, I have not factored in a drastic reduction in margins, but I don't foresee that as a near-term industry growth trend. It is company-specific. Some companies which will grow higher can manage the volumes, like TCS and Infosys have shown quarter on quarter that they have been able to manage volumes. Then those companies will be able to manage some dip in the margins in spite of industry getting in the nature of commodity, and before automation and those initiatives start trickling in numbers, which should happen in FY18. So in a holistic way, I'm not very worried about the commentary. But I think given the extra feedback they have given on certain domains, I guess certain companies will be more impacted and certain will not be, like it happened in telecom and energy earlier. So if healthcare is going to see less growth going forward, that will definitely have an impact. But such companies are more focused in terms of the portfolio, lesser on such domains. Like they are more focused on financials, banking, insurance, healthcare, and all. Even if I add up, is more than 9%. So obviously it impacts, but the impact in a holistic manner won't be there, because then they are trying to mine on clients which are doing better than the industry. So those challenges happen, and those are industry related challenges. But the company, in spite of everything, has put it in a nutshell, saying that I will mine clients and my productivity level in such an environment also, so that I can grow higher than industry. So which is a holistic way of putting up the scenario and how they're going to face it. So I take it as that way only. So I have not so far done any changes in my estimates or ratings so far on the stock.
All right, Sarabjit, thank you. I think you very concisely addressed all the key concerns around the counter and post the commentary coming in today. Thanks for joining us on some of those. But just before we let you go, everyone's also been wondering when we're going to start to see a little bit of action on some of these IT names. What's the kind of timeline you're looking at? And even in the broader IT space, from the mid caps, are there perhaps stocks there that you see performing better in the near term?
See, after industry gains a particular scale and size, I guess Otherwise, also it's company specific actually, because there will be some companies, because see, every industry has challenges and opportunities, and that remains true at every stage of how the industry evolves. Now, the best players are the ones which minimize the risk which are or challenges which are there, and the best ones are the ones which optimize the opportunities. So to that extent, I think in IT, Infosys and TCS are the ones which I think, given the scenario, they are well equipped to handle the situation as of now. There are other companies who are gearing up, Wipro, HCL, by doing some restructuring internally, but HCL and Infi and TCS are somewhere they've done through their thinking, and they realize that they have to focus on the opportunities and minimize the damages that would happen because of the challenges. So, as a macro trend, I believe a couple of large caps and even small and mid caps will do well. Those who have understood that dynamics of the industry or the macro they service the industry very well, because those makes the leaders and differentiate between leaders and the other players. So we don't go by large and mid cap or small cap, but just now I'm more in favor of Infosys and TCS right now. And HCL also, given that it's actually come down significantly and it's actually good value. So overall, we are positive on the large cap. Some companies stocks have reacted badly to adjust for the performance, and then some companies like Infosys and TCS, the stocks are nudging with guarded optimism. So those things happen in the stock market, but ultimately the performance will speak. So from that perspective, we are positive largely on IT actually.
All right, Sarabjit, thanks so much for joining us today on the show. Okay, a quick look at some of the news that's coming in on aviation before we get Nipun and Mohit's view on Infi as well. But the government has